Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Randomizer Random Percent Tournament here on Randomania. Tonight, we have game number one of a round of 16 winners bracket matchup between the creator himself, Fred Coughlin, versus EatMySteel. Hi, everyone. I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23, and joining me in the commentator's booth for this exciting match is Chess Jerk. This is going to be a good one tonight. Are you excited for this?
Oh, you know it. It's always nice to see high quality runners, especially when you're getting a little bit deeper into the winners bracket. I mean, the creator himself obviously been playing for since the creator was made because he made it, and Eat My Steel, no slouch himself. So should be a great race.
Absolutely, and this is game number one, and this will only be game number one, so nothing will be determined as of yet. But of course, you want to get that one game advantage over your opponent when we do, of course, have games number two, and if necessary, game number three, because the winner will move on to the winners quarterfinals. And I think we've already got one ticket punched into that already. So, yeah, they're going to be jockeying for position here as we get closer and closer to finding out who is going to be rising to the top here in our winners bracket.
Absolutely. Looks like we have started, but we'll get video up momentarily. I currently don't see anything.
Yeah, it's like radio commentary all of a sudden.
Yeah,
there
right.
we go.
they have the magical sword already. It's amazing. Okay, there we go. Oh, see, I called it. Did I call it or did
You're
I
right.
call it? That's how did I know? That was amazing.
There are two Triforce pieces on the board. Plus, they have a red candle as well, so that's a good start. So you have the best weapon of the game and a really good secondary weapon in the red candle. However, a ladder block is no bueno, as EatMySteel is going to have to get out of that Chevy room.
Yep. And we will try to figure out if they're first quest, second quest, or shapes, or both, possibly. With this level 4, it doesn't look like second quest. I'm thinking it's either first quest or shapes.
First quest or shapes, but I'll tell you one thing, it's 0 HP enemies. Those blue wizards going down in one hit, because even with the magical sword, if it wasn't 0 HP enemies, it would take a minimum of 6 HP or 2 magical strike hits. Now, let's see about boss HP. Is that 0 HP? The answer is, I don't know, but Fred Coughlin, unfortunately, going down and back to start he goes. But EatMySteel finding the Triforce out of 4.
Yeah, definitely look like, I'm thinking first quest. I'm getting a first quest vibe from this level 4.
Kind of does look like it might be first quest. We will see, of course, in due time. Both players are starting with the bookends. Triforce's levels 1 and 8. So if they see those levels, they'll try to dig out the items, but not necessarily need to get the Triforce piece.
Of course, we will have to look out and see if the back half level 7, 8, and 9, if they are second quest, then they have Triforce number 7, not number 8. Because second quest does that thing.
Yeah, it always tries to confuse us commentators and runners alike, but mostly confuses us commentators. As we do find the letter on EatMySteel's side, it can show it off to the potion shop operator. Here's our first cash. 19 rupees. That's very good for a small secret.
That sure is. One off the max. It's good to see. Fred had a chance to get the map, but apparently it's on the wrong side of the tea room. Can't quite get to it.
Yeah, so now we have a manhandler, and a little light on the shot, but does take it down with that magical sword and picks up a heart container. And there is a decent chance as we are going to lose some money to that door repair penalty. It might have been the minimum. Oh, look at this.
Wow, not only I think is it first quest, we've got a possibility of non-shuffled items as well, if it's first quest.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the match. It's about a 1 in 4 chance that you're going to see something like that. Now Fred will pick up this Triforce here in level 4, and actually, yeah, the level numbers, we get to see the level numbers. How cool is that?
Isn't that beautiful? It's a beautiful thing, especially for commentary, because now we'll have an idea, and for our tracker tonight, who doesn't get to guess randomly where all the items are. It's a beautiful thing.
Now, EatMySteel is going to check the, he's getting run over by some levers. That's not a pleasant experience. But he's going to check the white sword cave right here, CJ, and we're going to find a door repair penalty that EatMySteel is going to conveniently up an A out of and keep his money.
It's nice when you get a nice long door repair message, give you plenty of time if you want to up A out of it. Not so nice when you have a huh or huh. Or you had nothing at
Or
all that you
if
can't get
it's,
out of it.
yeah, nothing at all, when the townspeople say absolutely positively nothing. EatMySteel finding an arrow shop, very cheap wood arrows at 62. Thankfully we've got that red candle, because that blue candle rolled up quite high, 73.
Keys are cheaper also. Normally 100 down to 89. Not
Ooh,
bad.
you want cheap goods? How about 2
Ooh,
rupee
baby.
bombs?
That's a beautiful sight. Not often seen in my experience in these seeds so far, but hey, we'll take it.
Alright, so...
Looking like I've seen 2 first quest overworld spots open up so far, so we may have first or mixed quest overworld. And it does look like the Take Any roads got shuffled as well, so Power Bracelet could be useful if they find it.
Ooh, that large secret, I definitely approve of this one. 115, that's nice.
It just barely got over your mark, if I remember correctly.
Yep, 110 is the magic number, and we find a casino, nothing doing there for EatMySteel, and yeah, if the distribution's what we think it is, we're going to see a heart container as our ladder item on the coast.
If we don't, it'll be amazing.
Absolutely, because then, you know, it's anybody's guess what could be anywhere, and we see the quote-unquote hint shop, so we now know hints are out of play with those vanilla prices. Yep, there's your heart.
There you go. You gotta have heart if you add a ladder.
That's right. Now,
there's one problem, one thing missing.
There's vanilla level 8, another cheap bomb shop, and EatMySteel with a couple of rupees. Fred Coughlin finding level 8. Now, he does have the Triforce. However, the big question is this vanilla level 8, or is it second quest 8, or is it shapes?
That looks like first quest 8, if I had to guess.
Alright, well, more will be revealed, of course, if we find any other levels, level 7 or level 9, to be sure. Of course, you need to find level 9. Want to take a shot at Ganon, but Fred Coughlin can't burn that spot, so it's starting to look more and more like a full-blown first quest overworld, but we'll see.
I thought this was randomized. I could have sworn playing randomizer. Found level 7 under an Armo spot. Interesting. Didn't see where he started, though.
Yeah, because, you know, level 7 in
Top,
first
yeah.
second quest does
Well, it's definitely not second quest, so that's definitely out of play.
Yep, there would have been a spiral like that, so yeah, it's definitely not. So it's either first quest or shapes. We're leaning towards first quest.
Maybe we'll find a map.
A map would be
nice. Apparently he has the letter, or two. I didn't even see him pick it up.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I believe the letter was not too far away from Candle Row.
Okay. Does look like we also do not have dungeon palettes, that they are shuffled, because this palette is not a normal palette in the vanilla game. So at least we have that shuffled.
Well, if that turns out to be
that's looking
item,
like
red candle.
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely looking to see if first quest item distribution is on. So far, 1 for 1. I guess 2 for 2 if you count the ladder heart. And there was a heart in the floor. There's a heart in the floor in 4 also. So possible that floor hearts are also not part of the shuffle.
It's looking pretty unlikely that hearts are in the shuffle tonight. Here's Fred. Already has the maximum 8 bombs. We do find the red candle. Of course, EatMySteel's already got it. No point in picking it up again.
I wonder if he will make a beeline back to 4, thinking that the ladder's going to be there. That would be a good play.
Well, might. And, you know, chances are more often than not, Chest Jerk, you're going to find a ladder block, especially the fact that we need 6 Triforce pieces. Fred now in the same level 7.
That also means that the Triforces they started with were 1 and 8, based on what we know so far. So they definitely need the Triforce out of 7.
Definitely correct there, CJ, as we've seen a lot of dark rooms so far in this particular contest here.
Sure
and
have.
They are giving each other a high five, and they're going to find... Yep, there's that blue Darknet approaches. Is this
Command?
a Dragon Quest? Yeah, Dragon Warrior.
Command. Love that.
Right. Me too. And in any event, Fred Coughlin is in the reverse C room, so there's the compass. That is going to be an important pickup. Unfortunately, he is ladder blocked from getting it.
That's not. You know what? That's not what you want to see. Even more reasoning. Go back to 4. Go back to 4. Everyone, get your mental energy. Go back to 4.
Right. Fred finds the red candle, so he's got to start to believe that the normal distribution is on for our items as EatMySteel in a Ruby Boss room and is going to refill on all of his bombs, then up A.
I also think that the Triforce in 4 was in its vanilla room as well. So it's possible that Triforces are in their normal rooms.
Pretty good chance of that, and yeah, we're definitely getting confirmation. This is definitely first quest. This is first quest all the way.
Yeah, they are. There's a spot in the map. They're on a blank spot. That's definitely first quest 7 for sure.
You can't do that in shape, so yeah, confirmed, all first quest.
You can't do that on television?
No, you
or
can't.
On Twitch?
You can't do that on Twitch. No. Touché.
Can't do that on Twitch.
No way.
Ooh, okay. There's one thing. Looks like drop groups are shuffled because that blue Tektite dropped a bomb.
Yeah, they're normally in the money dropping group. It looks like blue Gorillas are in the money dropping group. We saw a couple of nickels.
There you go. He found the alternate route to the compass. Not too far away, but we'll see if any ladder blocks block his way.
If that's the case, advantage Fred Coughlin here is now Fred also picking up the compass, so they continue to follow each other's footsteps. And it still kind of makes you wonder, CJ, regarding that Dig Dogger. If that's our transport staircase and there's no way to get to that room, recorder might be required.
Yeah. Or it could be ladder required if you have to cross the double river room to go down. Because he tried going left and there are no bombable walls over there. He's up A and saving. Let's see if he goes back to 4.
Yes.
Oh, good play.
It's a very good play. Unfortunately, Fred not able to bomb down from the room he's in right now. And finding a bomb upgrade with a cheap price of 87 rupees. And we get the maximum 6 bombs.
That's sweet. Ooh, but you can't bomb down, though. That's a staircase situation, isn't it? Because you can't bomb right either. Yeah. They need a staircase.
Yes.
So, recorder required, probably. Good call.
Well, we'll
Unless there's another staircase somewhere to the right, maybe.
He's looking for another possible workaround here, but yeah, you're looking at that map, it's looking like we might be Dig Dogger blocked.
So that means I gotta find level 5 as soon as possible to get that recorder.
Meanwhile, EatMySteel back at the level 4 does find his ladder in the diamond staircase room, so he'll make a play, I would assume, back to level 7, but he's going to be in for a big surprise if what our speculation is comes to fruition.
Given it's level 7, I mean, there's definitely reason, I think, knowing that the items are vanilla, wouldn't you want to try to find other dungeons for other better items? Like finding 6 for the wand or finding 5 for the recorder? I mean, especially 5 for the recorder. If recorder goes to unbeaten dungeons, I mean, you want to find that as soon as possible.
Good point there, and yep, there you go. See, this is why we call level 7 33 rooms of pure torture, and there's the torture right there in the form of that Dig Dogger. And Fred now knows there is no other way to complete this dungeon and to get that recorder out of level 5.
Dig Dogger, what did you do?
Hey,
reinforce the walls with extra concrete, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, it's
the Dig Dogger did something.
Hey, CJ, it's no different than the vanilla game. We need the recorder to beat that, yeah.
Of course. It's all coming together.
Hey, that's not a bad medium secret. That's right around the mean number, 33 rupees. So yeah, definitely a big money seed.
Yeah, we got plenty of money for sure. And if it's first quest overworld like we suspect, there'll be 3 big secrets too, so they can just throw money around wherever they want. So Steel found level 8. So if he knows that items are vanilla, he doesn't need the Triforce. There's the compass, of course. But book and any key would be the items.
Now,
one of them obviously useful, but not necessarily the other one.
Right. Now you had mentioned that if it's a first quest, there's going to be 3 large secrets. Is that always the case if it's definitely a first quest overworld?
I believe so.
But
it has to be first. Yeah, if it's first or first mixed, then there's 3. But if it's second or second mixed, then it's 1. I'm like 95% sure of that.
Yeah, I believe if it's full-blown first quest, it's 3. If it's full-blown second quest, it's 1. If it's mixed, it can be either... Ooh, extra candles. Of course, it doesn't matter because we have the red candle. The one time we have extra candles...
Yeah, waiting for them to find the wood sword cave. Like, ooh, a 1/4 damage weapon or an inferior candle. Tough choice.
I'll take none of the above.
I'll take stab the old man for
Now,
wasting my time.
right now, one thing is, if you do pick up either the blue candle or the wood sword in this situation, you don't downgrade your weapon. Nothing happens if you pick up either one.
Just for swag, that's all.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to see runners
No.
pull that off.
It's also interesting that they don't have to worry about second quest doors or walls or red bubbles if everything is first quest.
No stealth or
Now you're just looking at
beams either.
Yeah, right. Or super ropes.
Indeed.
Don't know. Of course, Fred's gonna prove us wrong in level 3 because he's gonna find a second quest push block just to prove us all wrong. Because it is his randomizer, he knows.
Yeah, exactly. As he picks up the Triforce in level 3, EatMySteel has not found any of the items in level 8. Of course, it's going to be the book, and it's going to be the any key. So EatMySteel would love to find that magical key.
Absolutely. And the book, I mean, if you find the book, it can't be Boomstick. Atlas is useless as first quest dungeons. So, no real reason to pick it up, besides literacy, I guess.
Ooh, swag.
Good to have literacy.
There from Fred Coughlin. So
I gotta learn that someday. I have yet to learn how to do that.
16 rupees is our door per penalty, so that's definitely a softening blow because it's anywhere between 15 and 25.
Oh yeah, the book can also be understand old men, but we've had differing messages from old men already, so no worries on that front either. The book is totally, utterly useless except for if you want to have some reading material. Or if you want your wand to shoot fire. I don't know. People like that.
EatMySteel, see if he's able to bomb to the right. He can, so he's now in the Triforce room, so he's not going to pick it up because he knows
I'm not sure. Not sure why he did that. Maybe he did that to confirm that Triforces are in their own room. But, I mean, if you already had the Triforce, not sure why. Especially you only have 2 bombs. Seems strange to waste one to just confirm that, but I don't know.
To me, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's as someone who runs out of bombs way too often, I would never ever do that. Because it's,
Yeah.
the whole 10th enemy has the bomb. It's total fiction. It can't be done. Literally impossible. Maybe just me. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
just a theory.
Yeah, it's like watching one of those episodes of Fact or Fiction where we're saying, not this time.
No, not a chance. EatMySteel, he's getting close to being pot committed here.
You said this wasn't a boomstick seed? You're mistaken. We've got a boomstick for 210 rupees.
I beg your pardon. That is my fault. I should have figured that, hey, maybe they'll find the magical shield in level 8. Maybe.
That's right. So, yeah, that means now magical shield is in the shuffle, and it's going to be in level 8 because that's going to replace the book. And it could be useful against, Wizrobes and, those Zola balls and whatnot. But you got to be careful of those likes because you get swallowed up and you don't break out fast enough, you're going to lose that shield. But considering we have 0 HP enemies, that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. And Steel has cleared an awful lot of this 8 and not found any items yet.
Well, speaking of the magical shield,
there it is.
There you go.
There it is. All right. I think he only has 4 rooms left or something. That's really bad luck.
Yeah, it really is. But that's,
yeah, how many? 1, 2. He's got 3 rooms left. Wow. He's pot committed. He wants that any key. I don't blame him. Don't blame him at all.
Fred with his
you can never have. I mean, even if you have any keys, it still doesn't seem like enough. You need any +1.
Boy, I tell you what, Fred really took a chance there on that secret. That could have been the 3rd and final large secret. Instead, it was a small secret, so that is really going to work out for him. He's got 239 rupees. Now make it 223.
Oh, it's nice. The door repair rolled down.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Not always seen. Wow, is it just one? There's 1 room left. He knows. Oh, maybe it was it blocked? Was it Goma blocked?
He might have been Goma blocked, and if that's the case,
that is so. That's so unlucky.
No any key for you, EatMySteel, and no any key for Fred either, unless he gets to level 1 before he gets back to level 8.
Or was it maybe he ran out of bombs?
Well, that could be as well, because we're seeing him go back to the bomb shop and top out at 8 bombs again. Yeah, no bombs. He had no bombs.
Okay. All right, that makes a little more sense. I saw it going, but I didn't think it was blocking a room to the right. But yeah, we're talking about, okay, he wants that any key. You know, proceeds to 99% of the dungeon hasn't found it yet. Of course. You know, who's surprised?
It's always the last room.
Of course, it's always literally the last room you always check.
I'm a little surprised Fred is taking the heart container here. That'll take him up to 9 hearts, considering that he's already got the magical sword. Because I would have taken the potion there, but then again, I'm not the one playing the race.
Well, it's interesting that if the swords were shuffled away to the +2 bomb upgrades, there is at least some value in that if it rolls down to 10 hearts. Yeah.
And we have not seen either
of course. With already having 14 bombs, you know, not as useful, but there's the anti key. All right.
Fred going to check the gray spot, and we do have level 2.
Okay. Triforce and go. Unless you,
there it is!
There you go, see? Easy game.
As I like to say, Chess Jerk, all you have to do is talk about it and the situation presents itself. That's number 5 for Fred.
Alright, so I called Mags, and I called Instant Triforce and 2. So what's the third thing I can call? Where level 5 is. So level 5 is going to be... I'm going to say it's Power Bracelet blocked under one of the 4 normal take any roads. How about that? There's a good one for you.
You're correct. Well,
probably not.
Bad news.
I can't do everything.
Bad news for EatMySteel. He's back into level 7. He's going to get a big surprise by this 33 rooms of pure mayhem.
He's got double the mayhem, and he's going to get triple when he has to come back again.
Yep, the old triple dip. Fred finding an arrow shop, and he's got the maximum number of rupees. Why not? Purchase those wood arrows.
Now, Fred found level 8, didn't he? And
yes,
he failed because he already had the Triforce?
Well, again, if he thinks the distribution's what it is, I mean, he's missing out on the magical key. The only way it would burn him is if level 9 is one of those level 9s that has a lot of locked doors and not many keys to offer. Bombs plus!
But I'm thinking, oh, see, there you go. See? But I was thinking that, and that's the white sword, obviously, because the white sword is not shuffled.
Yeah.
But I was thinking that if you know you're not going to go get the any key, would you buy a key just to make sure? Because you probably don't have a whole lot of use for your money. Maybe? I don't know. I at least think about it.
So
I mean, you already got 3, but yeah, I don't know.
So CJ, that means the other bombs plus we see is going to be the one that acts as the magical sword. So that's anywhere between 10 and 14 hearts. So yeah, Fred must have known something we didn't by picking up that heart container. He wants those 2 extra bombs.
Yeah. Could we see the mythical 22 bombs? Or 24 bombs, rather?
Yeah, 24 bombs. Ooh,
we got a shot at it.
Speaking of mythical things, we find level 9.
On Death Mountain.
Yeah,
always good to know.
Yeah, first and second quest, it's in between.
I'm actually really excited to have 24 bombs. Actually, no, because the bomb upgrades are in... now I can't remember. They're in 5 and
7.
5 and 7. So yeah, it's still possible. You gotta go back to 7. Yeah.
Yep. And EatMySteel did buy his bomb upgrade, so now he's got 14 bombs maximum here in level 7.
And he's about to be sorely unhappy with his use of bombs to bomb these unbombable walls.
Yeah.
Or he already did, actually. He's back to the top already.
Yeah, now he knows.
He sees the recorder block.
There's your level 5.
Oh, I was wrong. I was...
Well,
2 out of 3 ain't bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Exactly.
That's a good title for a song, I think. I heard that song somewhere.
Yeah, some appetizing dish is the guy's name. What is it, Meatloaf or something?
No. Who calls himself Meatloaf?
I don't know.
Terrible.
I don't know.
I come up with a better name than that.
Yeah. But there's the other bomb upgrade, and it's right there. But
Perfect.
He's not gonna purchase it, and I wonder why. I guess he wants to save his money.
Yeah, he's thinking he's not going to fulfill my dream of the 24 bombs, but I mean, I guess if he needs to buy keys or buy bait or I mean, I can't think with 0 HP enemies that you're going to worry about blue ring.
No, he's not going to worry about blue ring. Not at his caliber level. Like, considering
No.
he's a sub 30 runner. No way.
So I don't know.
I mean,
And especially he's got one more big secret out there too. It's not like he's got a shortage of money left in the overworld too.
true. The boomstick, I mean, I get that.
Oh,
play.
boomstick. Yeah, I didn't even think about
now
that.
he's going back. Maybe he is going to make this purchase. Let's see if he has a change of heart. He does.
Thanks, Fred.
Well, Chester, your dream of a
My dream is coming true.
Still
It's coming alive.
If 5 bombs plus and enough hearts, he can get it.
Well, if he doesn't die to Lionel beams to the face first. I don't know. Jeez.
Look at this. Fred gets his recorder.
Nice. It's funny, we've had a lot of items, just, except for that any key, a lot of items just right on the path in these dungeons so far. Well, I guess the shield wasn't really on the path either, but I guess if you didn't dig 8 because you didn't need to, then you didn't have to worry about that problem.
And that's the reason why Fred's got a lead on EatMySteel, is because he decided not to dig 8, as EatMySteel gets his Triforce out of level 3, so that's going to be his 4th Triforce piece. So the only question that remains is, are we going to need that raft?
Well, we're only missing level 6, if I'm thinking correctly about it, so only one level left to find. And we still have plenty of overworld left to find it. I'm curious if Fred blows the recorder, and it takes him magically to level 6 right away.
That would be the best benefit that Fred could hope for in this situation.
For sure.
EatMySteel finding a door repair penalty down to 43, and Fred gets his Triforce, number 6 on the board for Fred.
So, 50-50. Whistle to 6 or no whistle to 6?
It's not going to be that easy. No whistle to 6.
No, it can't be. No, it's way too easy. We'll find out in a minute. I mean, he may finish bombing this part of Death Mountain because it would be hard for him to get back. Although if it takes him to 6, then he's done. So.
Correct. There's a bomb.
And if it doesn't take him to 6, it's going. Well, I guess if it takes him to vanilla locations, then that won't help. Then he'll be just moving far away.
Meanwhile, EatMySteel finding a take in a cave opted to pick up the potion, so he'll be able to refill his health twice.
I'm only just now realizing the heart disparity too.
Yeah, 9 to 4.
Yeah, that's not often seen, I don't think.
Well, never mind about the raft. Never mind about the power bracelet. There's your level 6.
But now we'll never know. Oh man.
We'll never know.
Well, maybe Steel will find 5 and satisfy our curiosity.
Right.
So in Fred's position, I can't imagine he would actually go for the wand. I mean, especially if he finds the Triforce right away.
Well.
Yeah. Okay. See. I don't even need to ask the question because it's already answered. It's over. It's done.
Yeah, Fred is going to be on his way to level 7 with the recorder in hand, and then just like that, he's going to be on his way to 9.
Man.
This is absolutely crazy here. This pace that Fred is on right now. I mean, if level 9 doesn't do level 9 things, we're talking sub 40.
Well, Fred helped me out anyway. Recorder is to vanilla first quest locations, so it would not have helped anyway.
Nope, I told you it wasn't going to help. Yep.
No, yeah, you did. All right, there's one for you. Good call.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's a good thing Fred didn't blow the recorder. That would have taken him way far away from level 6, so he made the right choice.
Yeah, blowing it once to the right either takes him to vanilla 2, which is fine, or it takes him to 7, which is fine. I guess if it took him to where 2 actually is, then that wouldn't have helped. But
no,
there was another level. I think level 8 was in the forest, so it wouldn't have been that far away.
No, not that far away. EatMySteel. Well, the heart disparity, it's 9 to 5. I've always wanted to say that. It's 9 to 5.
Well done. You've been waiting for it, I know. It's okay.
So now, Fred needs to find the way to get back to that Dig Dogger room to push that block, as EatMySteel finds a small secret where the blue ring shop normally is. So he's got 167 rupees.
It's interesting that actually did Fred actually see that this was recorder blocked? I don't think he didn't clear the top right part of the dungeon. He just bailed. So maybe he just lucked into that fact.
Now, there's the red herring for Fred. It is EatMySteel gets another small secret. Here's that room.
So I guess as far as problems that could still be had, I guess level 7's Triforce, there could be a Goma block, possibly. I mean, did they? I guess they didn't pick up the bow and won.
Remember?
Yeah.
Ooh, that opens up a possibility there, Chester. What if Ganon is required? And what if the bow is still Wrap Block? Because level 1 is in a Wrap spot.
There you go. Now you're thinking right. That's good.
By the way, if you were playing a Name That Tune, whenever I'm doing comms, I always jokingly say, when in doubt, guess a Final Fantasy song. I think we have a winner.
I knew you could do it. You were right again.
Yes! Give me another point, right? Fred finds the Triforce at level 7.
We're 2 for 2. We're 2 and 2 now. This is good.
Yep, absolutely.
The 5th one's a tiebreaker.
Fred goes into level 9. He'll be in what we like to call Schrodinger's Go mode. He may have everything he needs to complete the game, but if Ganon is required, all bets are off.
And if you are betting on this, you should probably seek help, just so you know. Don't bet on Ganon. That's not a good bet.
No, bet on Zelda in the hide-and-seek contest, that's right.
So Fred is... I guess he's looking for one just in case?
We
and he
found
finds
it!
Wow.
Wow! The moves! The moves!
Wow. I don't even know what to say. That's
That is just...
talk about like eliminating every possibility of getting trolled in a seed.
Wow, 200 IQ move right there and burning the banana just to give it to poor TGE.
That's a shame. You hate to see it, except... No, you don't hate to see it. It's okay.
Right. So now, he's looking for that staircase that will have his bow, and then he'll just need to find the Triforce, level 1 being as small as it is. Shouldn't be too much of a problem for Fred, as EatMySteel finding a medium secret in that vanilla level 6 location up to 208, but he is running out of time.
It's also a good idea for Fred that, you know, one has keys, generally, too. So, I mean, he doesn't have the any key. So... wouldn't help to pick up a couple extra keys, because you know First Quest 9 can just eat up your keys like they're going out of style.
Oh no, EatMySteel decided to up an A, and he was on the right track too, because remember, levels 5 and 6 are both at Death Mountain, and here comes a slap to the face. He's 2 rupees short of that boom stick.
Wow. You hate to see it.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, although he doesn't know where 6 is, doesn't have the wand, so it may not hurt that badly. But, I mean, to be that close... it hurts a little bit.
Yeah. But...
look at these keys. Look at these keys Fred's getting. All of a sudden he's up to 8. I'd feel okay with 8 keys and 9.
I would too, but you know what? I tell you what, if items were shuffled, the any key would be here in level 1, but we know it's not the case.
Although he's gonna have to open, or I get that key back. He's gonna have to open at least one more key door to get to the top part, because it looks like the bow is next to the Triforce, or in that general vicinity.
You're right.
Hopefully it only costs him 1 key.
Found a nickel, so guess what? He's going to buy that boomstick.
Nice.
Oh, but there's a toll room for Fred, so he's going to have to fork over 50 of those rubies. But again, shouldn't be a problem. There's your bow.
The one time when the Mugger room is not that much of a problem.
Yeah, it's justified, too, because it's guarding everything you need. It's just like playing Second Quest.
Yeah. Looks like Fred is actually going to take the Triforce for the health refill. Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Never can be too careful. So now he should be off to 9. Now that he's quite decked out in equipment. I say that with all the blank spots on his side of the item list, but he's got all the important stuff, so that's okay.
Now, because we are playing as different sprites, Fred is not going to be defeating Ganon. Instead, he's going to be defeating Princess Zelda and rescuing Ganon. And EatMySteel will be, I believe, rescuing the old man, but still defeating Ganon. Here we go, level 9.
So the first question we have is Ganon even required at all? And if we happen upon Zelda's room just through any kind of door, then he's not required. But if we find a single shutter door, if we find a single shutter door that does not open, then he's going to find Silvers and kill Zelda to save Ganon.
Chester, that's interesting. Notice the open to level 9, we could only go straight up. Normally it's straight up or to the left. You know what that tells me? There is probably a corridor staircase blocking.
Or Zelda's right there.
True! It's a possibility.
Generally, if you see a lack of a door there, it's either something important there or not. Or it makes you think that there is.
Out of level
and you immediately head over there. Alright, you're on the bow. Alright, that's good. But he's got to go to Death Mountain ASAP.
Yeah, and he's got to do it now. He's got to do it now. Now, also because it's first quest level 9, you're going to see a lot of dark rooms. Had this been Shapes, the first dark room you see, it's Ganon's room.
Yeah. And also, we have not seen Ganon's room or Zelda's room, so it's... in my experience, I've seen an awful lot of seeds in this tournament so far. And it seems like Ganon and Zelda are in their vanilla rooms quite often. So, if that's the case, you want to keep going up whenever possible, because the only way to get to Zelda's room is up through a door at the bottom.
Correct. Now, here's the thing. If Ganon is not required, again, in Fred's case, Zelda not required, could be behind anywhere as EatMySteel gets his bombs plus, so now he's up to 16. Zelda could be behind anything, you know, open door, locked door, shutter door, staircase, bomb hole, walk through wall, although that's not going to be the case this time. Anyway.
That's right. It's always amazing when you just come in from the side and, oh, there's Zelda. I was hoping to do it right there. Alright, it didn't work. Oh well. I was trying to call it to break the tie. Oh well.
Oh, I agree with you.
My dreams.
Alright. Yes. It's interesting seeing Pole's voices here in level 9 with Stalfos. I like this mixed enemy set we're seeing here.
Yeah, one of the things that was randomized in this seed, at least. Considering we've had a lot of vanilla things so far.
Now, EatMySteel now knows where level 9 is, and he's getting very close to where he needs to be to have any hopes of getting back into this race. He's going to have to hope level 9 is the great equalizer, and then some.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to talk about the magical staircase to the silvers, a magical staircase to Zelda, and Zelda in a weird spot in the dungeon or something.
Right, and everybody's getting lost.
Yeah, for sure. This room up could be it.
And it is! You're right! Look at you,
okay,
chest jerk!
Nailed it!
Wow, so Ganon, or in this case Zelda, not required, and Fred Coughlin is your winner with a sub 37. Amazing.
Great time. IRC time is 36:26. Well done,
wow,
Fred.
That is quite impressive there, chest jerk, man. What a run there from Fred. Didn't even need the bow or silver arrows. Otherwise, he probably would have got hit like a sub 34. But dang, what a phenomenal run from the creator.
He made all the right moves.
Boy, did
always
he
a good feeling when you dig the dungeons in the right order.
My goodness.
So pretty much all we had really was the recorder block. That was pretty much it. There weren't not much else going on in this seed. But then just 0 HP, mostly everything, and Ganon not required. That was it. Too easy.
That's over a minute faster than my vanilla PB. Man, Fred just absolutely destroyed this seed tonight. Yeah, and EatMySteel, he didn't really do anything wrong. It's just Fred routed perfectly. That's about all I can say about this one.
Yeah. He went to Death Mountain early, and that was the play.
Now EatMySteel finds the recorder here in level 5, so he just needs to find the Triforce, and then he'll be able to get the Triforce out of level 7. But we'll see if EatMySteel blows on that recorder to see if it takes him to new levels that haven't been completed. Unfortunately, if he does that, that's going to take him in the wrong direction.
Yeah. I mean, that was the other big play from Fred, too. Sticking around on Death Mountain to find 6. I mean, if he had blown the recorder right away to find out where it took him, I mean, it would have taken him a lot longer to find 6.
And that is a good point that was brought up by Fury SK, is that EatMySteel did spend a lot of time in level 8, and it turned out that this was anything but a key-starved seed.
Nope, the keys were everywhere, and the locked doors were not required.
Well, there's our quote-unquote bait block. But unfortunately, he finds himself blocked from getting back. You left up A.
Wow. Yeah, we knew that the vanilla items were pretty quick because they saw the ladder in 4 and red candle in 7. It was that made it mostly pretty obvious that they're not pretty obvious, but
Yeah,
likely that it
that
was true. So
unfortunately, I hate to interrupt you there, Chester, but we do have a white flag risen by EatMySteel. He has forfeited from this race.
Fred says he got routed. Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, I think.
Yeah, he absolutely positively made every correct call. Like I said, the only missed call, and you can't really consider it a missed call either, is didn't have to go to level one. But I mean, other than that, it was a perfect game practically for Fred, as we do have here in the commentators booth with us. Eat my steel. Well, GG to you. You didn't play it terribly. It's just that Fred absolutely made all the right moves. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, I was pretty much assured that about the 15-minute mark when I was rooting around in 8 for an any key, that was the very last room I found I had to leave and get bombs for. I was pretty much done for at that point.
Yep. The level 6, you're in level 5 right now. Level 6 isn't too far away from where you are. It was only a couple screens away in Death Mountain. Didn't need the raft, didn't need the power bracelet. Recorder, of course, was required to get the Triforce out of level 7, as it was Dig Dogger blocked. But yeah, I don't think you played too terribly. But yeah, level 8. If this ended up being a key starved seed, no, that could have been a justifiable play right there. But unfortunately, this seed keys were not an issue. They were all over the place.
Yeah, I saw that as soon as I got into one. I was like, key, key, key. I was, oh, that's wonderful. And then it was Dig Dogger blocked in 7, so that I was trying back and forth in there a bunch too. So 7 and 8 going east. So I figured, the play is probably go the other way and route left from start, and that's probably what Fred did. I'm sure. I was thinking do the opposite, so trying to give myself a leg up, but it pretty much sunk me going that way.
it really was amazing how Fred just seemed to make any. He even found level 1 on the way to 9 just in case he needed the bow. It was absolutely incredible that we're thinking, oh, 1 could be anywhere. It could be raft block. Could be no. It was just on the way. Yeah, just happened to find a bomb hole. Oh, look, there's level 1 just in case.
Yeah, it was
And,
good. Good job.
as it turned out, Ganon was not required.
I figured that at the time that he finished at, that Ganon wasn't required. It was like, oh yeah, you probably go up like 3 rooms, and the girl's like right.
No, it wasn't that easy of a level 9, as we do have our winner, Fred Coughlin, here in the commentator's booth. Boy, GG, what a performance tonight, man. Your routing was about as pristine as it could have been tonight.
Yeah, thanks. Well played, Steel. I just got really lucky on my order in terms of finding stuff. I mean, I skipped East Death Mountain in the end. I skipped most of Candle Row, just from the order I happened to get to a number of the dungeons, and found 7 early. When I found 4 as the first dungeon, was found the ladder in there. I decided to just assume it was dungeon items in their vanilla dungeons, and so was able to basically blitz through a lot of the other dungeons where I saw a Triforce and said, "Okay, give me that and let me get out of dodge."
Yeah, 4 was the first level I found too, but I didn't have bombs the first time I was in there, and then I went ahead
Oh,
and I found 7, and I found that I was or I thought I was possibly ladder blocked out of there to get the Triforce, but it turned out in the end you were recorder blocked, that Dig Dogger at the top for the
yep.
transport. So I left 7, went to 4, got the ladder, went back to 7, found out, or actually I went to 8, got the any key. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna check in here a couple rooms, and then I'm checking, and like the very last room, I was bomb blocked out of again, so I had to leave again, get bombs. It was like
Oh.
by that time I was like, well, I'm getting this any key, but I was pretty sure I was
At that
sunk.
point, yeah, you gotta throw it and see what happens there. You've committed to that one. I mean, if it's not the any key, if it turns out the items are shuffled and it was just a lucky ladder in 4, then you possibly get something good. And if it's the any key, well, you still have the ability now to not care about keys the rest of the game. So
Yeah, I had seen the red candle in 7, and I knew the ladder was in 4, so I knew it was
yeah,
that. I knew the anti key was in there, and I found the big shield too. So I was like, I
yeah,
gotta
at
get
that
it.
point, pretty sure, yeah.
I will say, Fred, I'm very disappointed that you didn't find 2 more hearts and pick up the magical bombs to have the mythical 24 total bombs in your inventory.
Oh,
I was
if I
very
had-
disappointed you didn't take that route. I mean, how many chances do you get for that kind of thing? Seriously.
Well, I never found the magical bombs.
That is
No,
not
no
an
one.
excuse. That is not an excuse. You have plenty of time to dig the rest of the overworld.
All right, I'll tell
They're
you
probably
what.
raft blocked, but that's not the
Somebody,
point. It's okay.
yes, I was just about to say, Chester. Somebody do a spoiler log, and well, yeah, you're gonna be right again. And but boy, was he right about a lot of things? You'll have to watch the commentary again, Fred. But Chester was calling shots like Babe Ruth.
I called
Oh,
the
nice.
early Triforce in 2, and I called you start with mags before we had a little like a 15 seconds before the streams came up, and I bet they have mags. Oh, they already had mags. Oh, go figure. I called that
And
one.
then,
Nailed
and
it.
then, and then to top it off, called the location of Zelda, or in your case, Ganon.
Oh, nice.
All right,
Yeah, it's got lucky on that one.
I'll admit,
Good stairs.
I cheated on that one. I was watching IRC. I saw
Oh,
he dot that. All right, I can't take credit for that. I used the space-time continuum to
Fair enough.
manipulate that one. So I won't take credit for that. I apologize.
That's all right. It's all good. It was fun though.
My conscience won't let me take credit for it.
No worries.
But yeah, GG to both of you. It was set up to be a very fast seed, and that definitely turned out to be that way on Fred's side. And unfortunately, Steel, you dug the wrong dungeon, and you got that any key. We were saying, okay, maybe he'll just look in 4 rooms or so for that any key, and 35 minutes later, oh, there's the any key finally. So
Yeah,
it really was a shame.
level 8, and yep, it just didn't work out for you. But that's the way it goes sometimes in Zelda Randomizer. But hey, you're not out of this match yet. It's only game 1, and you still got a couple of shots at it.
Yeah, I mean, all the seeds. If you look at my seeds, I did with Raikou Rider. The 2 that I won. There were only 2. The 2 I played. There was 1 Force Ganon, and I sub-oured both the seeds combined. So
Nice.
I got off my regular thinking of like just go and get the Triforces and get out of there. I was like, I'm gonna try to do the opposite of what I should be doing, and it killed me.
They
Yeah,
can't
it
all
could
be.
have been
They
the
can't
right
all be
decision.
split seeds. Yeah, they can't. If you do that, you'll come into the hour 45 seed where everything's required and everything's plus 4 HP, and then you'll wish you hadn't tried to blitz the seed.
Yeah, it's the way it rolls. Good game, Fred. Good job.
Thank you. You too. I'm looking forward to round 2 here. Should be hopefully a lot of fun.
When is round 2 set up? Is that this weekend
Still
sometime?
still TBD at this point. We're gonna have
TBD.
to set up
Okay.
one and figure out when the next round will be.
All right. Well, I can't wait to see it.
Have to wait till my bottom's
both
healed.
of you. I'm sure you'll be fine. But yes, good luck to you in your next race, whenever that may be.
Thanks. Good game again, Steel. Looking forward to round 2. And again, everyone out there, please make sure you throw follows out there to our commentators and tracking team here and Restreamer, because this team's been working like nonstop here to try to get everything done. So yeah, definitely give this commentary a good follow. I'll be definitely throwing them a watch of this in a little bit here. Again, thanks to Fury and to of course, I gotta scroll my screen down here. Pro Infernate, but if I'm not mispronouncing the name, for doing the tracking. And again, this has been a fun tournament so far. Looking forward to more of it, and we'll see you guys all soon.
Absolutely. And also the easiest tracking job ever, I'm sure, because all the items were vanilla. But that's okay. It's tough to mark the items when they pick them up, so it's still a worthwhile job done. Well done. And yes, follow our runners as well. Obviously, the creator himself, and EatMySteel as well. So, GG to both of you. Well done tonight.
Indeed, GG to both of our runners. Again, please make sure you give them both a follow tonight. Was a very, very entertaining race here. And let's take a look at our schedule for the upcoming races here. Looks like all of them are going to be on Randomania tomorrow night. The exact channel has not been determined yet, but on tap, we have at 8 p.m. Eastern, game number 2 of Raikou Rider versus Amazing Toaster. Then at 9 p.m. Eastern, we have game number 2 of Sis Crusher versus Angel FM. If necessary, game 3 will also be held tomorrow night following that race. And then at 10 p.m. Eastern, Thurwolf and Crystal Saver. That's right, folks. The rematch of the finals that we had a couple of years ago that was won by Crystal Saver 2 games to 1. that's going to be an exciting race as well. So please make sure you are sticking around here, finding out when those races are going to be on Randomania. They all should be good ones.
I hear that they may have some interesting advanced flags for the first race in their series.
Oh, really?
There's rumors that I've heard. You may see such wonderful flags as Blackout or Swordless or
Ooh.
strange and wonderful things that no sane person would ever try to run in Randomizer.
Yeah,
But they
I
are
will
insane.
pass on that.
So
I will pass on that.
no,
Thank you very much.
you want to be. You don't want to be playing whatever seed they play. You want to be watching whatever seed they play.
Exactly.